Confusing! What are you doing? I thought you talked about stupid sitcoms and TV shows on this channel. Plus the AI president stuff, no one talks about that. Well, to you I say, you need to take a 9mm and put it right up to your Super Mario Logan, a channel that many remember as a key part of people's childhoods, myself included, has had an interesting history to say the least. From being accused of cheating on his girlfriend of roughly 9 years with a $60,000 escort, to his channel getting monetized, demonetized, age restricted, and shadow banned, to having a dispute with EDP 445.
Logan Thirtyacre, Super Mario Logan. Let me go ahead and expose this motherfucking fraud ass fake fucking friend.
To being decimated on Good Morning America, to the most groundbreaking of all, an alleged cease and desist notice from Nintendo. The inner workings and life of Logan Thirtyacre can be described as hectic and unpredictable, and I'm here to discuss it. This is the trials and tribulations of Logan Thirtyacre, also known as Super Mario Logan. So, to be as brief as I possibly can, Logan Thirtyacre is a 29-year-old content creator from Pensacola, Florida. Of course, best known for the creation of the YouTube channel Super Mario Logan. Nowadays, it's shortened SML for alleged legal reasons. From his early life, we can see the amount of unforeseen circumstances transpire. For example, at the age of 3 years old, his older brother Lance was playing around with a baseball bat, and Lance accidentally swung at his younger brother, causing a lot of blood to go everywhere and for Logan to be knocked out. Once rushed to the hospital, it was discovered that Logan had gotten his skull fractured. Not off to a great start. The next big event would happen when Logan was 10 years old. Logan had gone with his family to visit his cousins in Louisiana. His cousins had a large swimming pool that Logan had loved to swim in. One day, Logan started to get bitten by a swarm of mosquitoes. One of them happened to have carried the West Nile virus, a potentially deadly disease. From the less severe headaches, high fever, and muscle weakness to the extremes, which include seizures, paralysis, comas, and worst of all, death. It was first spread in the Americas sometime in 1999, with an epidemic occurring by 2002, with 39 states, including the District of Columbia, having a combined 4,156 cases, roughly 100 per state. However, by late 2003, it was reported that only 12 states had reported a combined total of 176 cases. It wasn't until Logan returned to Florida that he noticed something wasn't right. He started having severe neck pain and began vomiting. Once taken to the hospital, his symptoms had gotten so bad that he threw up on a pain chart. That's at least according to Logan. Eventually, he tested positive for West Nile virus and spinal meningitis. After being transferred to another hospital and a 2-week stay later, Logan's health had began improving, with him being able to return home, and his mom bought him Super Smash Bros. Melee for the GameCube. And as he puts it,
to make up for me getting sick, I guess, or it was a prize for not dying. I don't really know.
Alright, not the most amazing start, but it can't get worse, right? Eventually, during his teen years, he started experiencing a strange problem. He would start getting ill anytime he ate. This led him to lose a lot of weight and eventually could only be fed through a feeding tube. His mother tried her best to find any doctor who could solve his strange ailment, finally finding the right doctor who diagnosed him with SMAS, or superior mesenteric artery syndrome, a deadly rare type of syndrome in which it compresses the small intestine, with an estimated 0.1 and 0.3% of the US population has. Due to this syndrome, his mental health would take a massive toll. Logan at this point is in high school, and having to live the way he did must have been quite miserable. Eventually though, his doctor had told him of a surgery they could do to repair his syndrome. It was risky, with the chance he'd come out worse than he did before. However, he took the risk and the surgery was successfully completed. With a little caveat. He was originally supposed to spend a week and a half in the hospital. However, his stomach wouldn't, quote, wake up from the anesthetic. This would cause him to question his existence, end-of-life-itis. Eventually, he would meet a boy by the name of Jamarcus. He was in the hospital with leukemia and hadn't left the hospital since his diagnosis 2 years prior. Eventually, he and Logan would meet, and Jamarcus would tell him about his cancer diagnosis and how he knew one day, with the help of God, beat his leukemia, and overall being very positive. This clearly had a huge impact on Logan's outlook on life. Eventually, Logan was released from the hospital, all fine and good. That was until later when the status of Jamarcus was less than pleasant. He started to get more and more ill as time progressed, with Logan noting that he looked more sick and overall more depressed compared to the very positive and happy Jamarcus he met not that long prior. A few days later, Jamarcus would pass away from his leukemia. Logan himself would even speak at his funeral and even help to carry his casket. This led Logan to start going to church to seek and get closer to God. That was unbelievably heavy, my sincerest apologies. But now, let's shift focus to his YouTube endeavors, and that all began on December 8th, 2007, with the creation of his first YouTube channel, SuperMarioLogan. And the following days, he would publish a video recreating the Super Mario Got Milk commercial. Remember Got Milk commercials or flyers? Yeah, no one does, that's why I thought. It's just a cheap recreation of the commercial, not much to say about it really. Logan would eventually stumble upon a YouTube channel by the name of Froggy Company, a creator who published YTPs and Plush videos. He later gave Logan tips on how to improve his Plush videos, which included adding non-Mario characters such as Shrek, Woody, and Mr. Pig. Eventually, Logan would create a series entitled Mario and Luigi's Stupid and Dumb Adventures, which would go on to become one of Logan's most recognizable series on the SML channel. The videos followed the Stupid and Dumb Adventures of Mario and Luigi, with Luigi eventually being cloned to Mama Luigi, with the first episode being released on November 17th, 2008, which also happened to have been Logan's birthday. The first episode, as described on the SML wiki, is Mario and Luigi are so bored, Luigi pays Bowser $20 to capture Peach. This new series would eventually catapult his channel to 1,000 subscribers on February 2nd, 2009.
I got home from school today, and I got 1,000 subscribers, and it takes people forever to get 1,000 subscribers.
However, sometime in 2009, the voice actor for Mama Luigi, Zeke, had relocated with his family to Colorado, causing a sudden shift in the direction for this series, with Season 2 Episode 1 of Mario Luigi's Stupid and Dumb Adventures, which premiered on July 24, 2009, to kill off the Mama Luigi character. Now, with the loss of what many considered a fan favorite, it continued alongside Logan's other content he would create. Eventually, he would introduce characters like Chef Pee-Pee and Bowser Jr. Chef Pee-Pee in particular was acted by a new player. That would be a high school classmate of Logan's named Lavelle Stanton, who becomes a critical point of this story later. With the changes involving adding new characters, Logan would reach 100,000 subscribers by July of 2013. By this point, the supposed golden era of SML was now over, with the transition to what can be considered the junior era. This is an era where certain characters were phased out or appeared very rarely. Some of these characters include Mr. Pig, Tony the Tiger, and Big Red. Some more series will be spawned, such as the aptly named Mario and Bowser's Stupid and Crazy Adventures, which was split into 7 total episodes. Then there are series like Luigi's Mansion, the Summer School series, an attempt to reboot Mario and Luigi's Stupid and Dumb Adventures, Black Yoshi and the Birds, and Chef Pee-Pee Quits. My personal experience with SML dates back to 2012 when a 7-year-old confusing opinion was on YouTube looking at DSi unboxing videos. Because I just fucking felt like it, don't judge me. Where I stumbled upon a video called SML Movie The Nintendo DSi, and I loved this video, to the point where I started watching the recent content this SuperMarioLogan channel had been publishing. I remember the next video I watched was Bowser's Dilemma, and by this point, I was sold, and for the next 5.5 years, I was a committed fan. 2015 was a big year for Logan. He finally moved out of his mother's house, brought on some new people like Chris, or as he's better known as Pablo or Pooby, and Elena Keys, who was found after responding to an advertisement on her college campus put there by Logan in order to try and find some new voice actors. And Logan would hit 3 subscriber milestones. In March of 2015, he surpassed 300,000 subscribers. Then in June, he hit 400,000. And finally by October, he hit 500,000 subscribers. 2016 showed to be another win, partially for the 22-year-old Plush YouTuber. At the beginning of the year, Logan would release a video titled Mario the Babysitter, where he introduced a character by the name of Jeffy.
Hello?
Hey, you want to see my pencil?
What, who are you? What are you doing here?
My name is Jeffy. See, it says it on my shirt. Jeffy!
A puppet in which to stereotypically represent someone with special needs. According to Logan, he intended for this character to just have a one-time appearance, but after the amount of support he received on the video, he made him a part of the SML universe. This would end up being his biggest mistake. To remind you, this was a different era of YouTube. When you looked at channels such as Filthy Frank, iDubbbz, Freudian slip, and commentary channels like Leafy is Here, SML was simply pushing its limits on what they could get away with.
Black Lives Matter!
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Hey, excuse me!
Whether it be Black Yoshi, who would carry many black stereotypes, or a character like Jackie Chu, an Asian man who portrayed many Asian stereotypes. Meanwhile, his channel continued to grow, eventually reaching 1 million subscribers on October 18th, 2016. By this point, Logan had moved once again from his apartment to a pretty nice 2-story home, and it looked like things were going well. It can only go up from here, right? Right? On March the 24th, 2017, SML would upload a video titled Jeffy's Tantrum. A 6-minute video that for the most part seemed harmless. Jeffy's upset Mario won't let him buy a $2.99 app off the App Store, so he tries many different ways to convince him, and when he throws a couch and a TV off a balcony, Mario proceeds to hit him with a belt, before it transitions to show him he's, well, depressed, and then transitions to him trying to hang himself with a rope-constructed noose, before Bowser Jr. appears and gives Jeffy an iTunes gift card. Him no longer depressed tries to look for his iPad. He finds out it was sold so Mario could buy a new couch. Now, this video was just viewed by fans as your run-of-the-mill SML video with a slightly edgy twist at the end. However, in December of 2017, the UK tabloid publication The Sun, as well as, what the hell, Teesside Live? Let's call it Tess Live, would publish articles referring to a story from a UK mother who said her 7-year-old son had made a makeshift noose from Christmas tinsel and said he was inspired by Jeffy after watching Jeffy's Tantrum, even leading to the child's school district to make a Facebook post, reading,
"It has recently come to our attention that some children are watching a show on YouTube called Jeffy. Whilst we are aware that YouTube has got many educational videos, the content of the Jeffy videos are inappropriate for anyone under the age of 18. Thank you for your support."
In the Sun article, they reached out for comment to Logan and YouTube. Logan had this to say,
"I'm truly sorry if my video inspired anyone to do anything similar."
And a YouTube rep would say this,
"Earlier this year, we updated our policies to make content featuring inappropriate use of family entertainment characters ineligible for monetization."
This press coverage would cause YouTube to demonetize and age restrict the entire Super Mario Logan channel. Even earlier videos that got more backlash from fans, such as Jeffy's bad word where he used the F slur profusely, didn't catch anyone else's attention upon release. To add gasoline to the already existing fire, a Minnesota school district began disciplining children who would start to mimic elements on school property from the video Jeffy the Rapper, with his music video Why, including repeating actions he did in the video, which ranged from this to repeating some of the non-advertiser friendly words Jeffy had to say. This was later reported on in news media as well. According to the SML Wiki, a now privated YouTube video showed an entire school bus of kids singing Jeffy's song Why. By this point, you can tell who most of Logan's audience was: children or preteens. Now, I consider myself pro-free speech, and I believe blame can kind of go either way, more on the parents of these children for watching content that was clearly not appropriate for kids. These parents who appear to be so disgusted by the content they had seen their kids watching, well, that's more on the parents. If they care so much about what content's on YouTube, monitor your child's activities, because if you don't like an SML video, then you probably don't want them watching Family Guy Funny Compilation 430.
You're watching a TV show and you decide to take your values from that? You're an idiot. Maybe you should take responsibility for what values your kids are getting. Maybe you shouldn't be letting your kids watch certain shows in the first place if you have such a big problem with them, instead of blaming the shows themselves. Yeah.
This has been an active problem for the longest time, but just has been retrofitted to the shiny new thing that could be bad. Things such as attempts to censor music because of what could be considered inappropriate lyrics, or censoring television because one parent didn't like that Bart Simpson was shoplifting a video game. Now, I said the blame could be slightly placed on Logan, the argument being that he knows what type of audience he captivates, and using what can be classified as family-friendly characters, and putting them in inappropriate situations a child won't think second twice about. But personally, I think it's a bit of a weak argument. The YouTuber or Twitch streamer isn't supposed to be a babysitter. They're just making content and are in control of their audiences. And this next thing would bring a dump truck of gasoline to pour onto the rabid fire. ABC News' Good Morning America would publish an article and do a live segment on YouTube content that was considered unsafe. Super Mario Logan was featured, and it of course had that out-of-touch adult feeling, and they even asked Logan for comment, with him saying this.
The creator of Super Mario Logan told us he's lost revenue since YouTube started age restricting and demonetizing his videos. He also said Common Sense Media's review was accurate regarding those old videos, and that his newer ones are much cleaner in content and made for a wider audience, but adds it's ultimately the responsibility of the supervising adults.
YouTube would also comment saying this.
YouTube told us their main site is for those 13 plus. We created the YouTube Kids app to offer parents a safer alternative and ramped up our efforts to age-gate flagged videos on the main app that are better suited for older audiences.
Oh boy. The next day, GMA would do another segment on the same topic, and SML was once again brought up, in particular showcasing the character Doofy the Dragon. Yeah, this isn't the first time something like this has occurred. You can look back at the Matt Watson advertiser boycott fiasco, the PewDiePie Wall Street Journal incident. These events all happened fairly close to each other. This caused YouTube, after receiving backlash from media outlets, to update the rules on what content is exactly allowed on the website. Future re-uploads of Jeffy's Tantrum would now display a suicide and self-harm warning. Eventually though, after the storm had settled, Logan would get remonetized on SML, the channel.
So yeah, Super Mario Logan has got its ads back, and I'm going to show you the proof right now. So it happened on August 31st. It says right here, it says YouTube, it says, congratulations, your YouTube channel, Super Mario Logan, has now been accepted into the YouTube Partner Program and is now able to monetize on YouTube. That's what you got to look at.
The channel was eligible for monetization, but the videos themselves still mostly remained demonetized. During this period, he had been uploading on his secondary channel, Super Luigi Logan, and his Super Peach Logan channel would be rebranded as a vlog channel run by his girlfriend Chili, as well as a Patreon that had a bit of controversy around actually gifting tier rewards. And this tier, because it just sounds ridiculous when said out loud, in October of 2018, EDP445 would upload a video called Super Mario Logan Fucked Me. Basically what happened was, allegedly, Logan had promised EDP an opportunity to join the SML cast, but Logan ghosted him, even after he bought him Super Bowl tickets and were originally going to meet there, but did not. Considering what would happen to EDP a few years later, perhaps it's a good thing Logan didn't go through with this. Logan, for the rest of the year, would continue to upload on SLL. Everything seemed okay until July of 2019, when YouTube began to once again not monetize newly uploaded videos to the SLL channel. A few weeks later, after circumstances had improved, he would move to Super Bowser Logan, which would be the channel he would consistently upload on until April of 2021. There was a discussion of a move to the platform Storyfire after its founder, Jesse, aka McJuggernuggets, reached out to Logan and basically said he's free to create whatever content he wants, uncensored.
Oh, you gotta get on Storyfire. If you get on Storyfire, you'll be ahead of the curve.
That's actually
Everyone's
a really
leaving
good
YouTube,
impression.
And everybody's leaving Twitch, and if you come on here and you come on down, you can get some stuff on Storyfire right now. It'll be a real big investment.
I feel like that's actually a good impression. Am I wrong? That was really good, yeah.
Then in November of 2019, he said he was contemplating quitting YouTube as a whole after a new policy was introduced where channels would have to disclose if their content was made for children or not. This was due to mounting pressure from the Federal Trade Commission after a lawsuit was filed and settled with Google and YouTube for violating COPPA, or the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act of 1998, which allegedly involved Google and YouTube illegally collecting personal information from children, which is a violation of COPPA. The lawsuit, like I said, was settled, and as a part of that settlement, Google and YouTube would have to create a process in which channel owners can decide if their content is basically child-friendly. Logan's main concern was if he put his videos as not for kids, he would run the risk of being potentially sued by the FTC due to the fact of Logan using family-friendly characters such as Mario characters. However, he didn't quit at all, and he continued making content regardless of the new changes. This all happened in November of 2019, and his channel would stay mostly free of controversy, like the last year or two has shown. But while his channel was safe, his personal relationships and life would be in jeopardy. Let's talk about the cheating allegations.
Logan, whose car is that? Logan, are you fucking serious?
What are you doing?
Who the fuck is that?
What are you doing here? You want to be back until tomorrow.
Logan, oh my god, no, I want to fucking surprise you.
Imagine you're dating a girl for 10 years. You're dating a girl for 10 years, right? And then one day you wake up and she's gone. She doesn't tell you why she left. She's just gone. You can't get a hold of her. She's gone. Done. Facebook single, and you're sitting there going, wait, why won't she talk to me? We've been dating for 10 years. Why did she just leave me like that? So you're like, well, I gotta forget about her. So then you go get a new girl, Super Luigi Logan, and you date her for about 6 months, and she's doing pretty good. Like, she's not as great as the last channel, but she's trying, you know, she's good, and she's been with you for the last 6 months. And then out of nowhere, 10-year bitch just comes out of nowhere and says, I want you back. I'm back.
On December 15th, 2019, Damaris Chapman, the sister of Chili, Logan's girlfriend, will make a Twitter thread exposing Logan for cheating on Chili with a prostitute, allegedly costing upwards of $60,000. Logan eventually confessed this to Tito, which was Chili's brother, and eventually Tito would tell this information to Chili. Logan, pissed off, he would rip up all of Tito's plushes, as shown in a short leaked video.
You cut off all this stuff from my channel.
With Logan kicking both Tito and Chili out of the house. Now back to that tweet thread. I really want to read through these tweets to get a full grasp of what this story was, so I decided to call for someone who's known to be a master at reading tweets. Please, Go on ahead.
So a couple years ago, there was this whole cheating scandal involving Puppet and Plush channel SuperMarioLogan, which all began with a Twitter thread by Logan's girlfriend's sister, seemingly after he kicked his girlfriend and her brother out of his house. Damaris Chapman says, "At SuperMarioLogan, you're a worthless piece of shit who not only cheated on my sister with a hooker that you paid about $60,000 for in her own home, but then you turn around and get pissed off at my brother at Tito Totters." She goes on to say, "For fucking snitching on you, and then you break all of his goddamn stuffed animals. And not only that, then you go ahead and decide to fucking scratch yourself to try and get pity from the police. Fucking pussy. You deserve to die alone. Don't worry, honey. Everyone always gets theirs. And let's not forget how you fucking put your hands on me at SuperMarioLogan." Later on in the day, Damaris Chapman would also say, "Your biggest fear of your fans finding out at SuperMarioLogan is gonna be reality, baby. We could have left peacefully, but you decided to mess with his money when you were in the wrong this whole time. We stayed quiet to protect our sister. You messed with the wrong girl, honey." Okay, that was pretty damn simple. So, confusing, where's my paycheck?
You thought you were getting paid? You just read tweets.
Okay, fine, go fuck yourself. Go check me out at youtube.com/@Twitterversus.
Fuck off, get out. Whew. Man, that guy can be a real hassle. Anyway, later on, Logan would confirm on Instagram that there was a falling out between him, Chili, and Tito. In early February of 2020, Logan would confirm via Instagram that he and Chili had been broken up for about a month. And this is the beginning of your typical cringe relationship-y drama. On the 22nd of February 2020, on an Instagram livestream with a voice actor for SML, Lavelle, Logan would say he planned on suing Chili for ownership of the Chili channel for the purpose of making it Super Peach Logan, most likely in the event his channel gets demonetized or similar. But then he says that she can keep the channel as long as she deletes all the videos on it featuring him because she hadn't been paying him for appearing in her vlogs? Chili and Tito would respond saying they would countersue if Logan would pursue legal action. Logan would counter that saying that he'd get his fans to pay for any of his legal fees, which really confuses me since most of his audience is children. Anyway, Logan would eventually say that Chili had been cheating on him with an individual named Mark Fowler, who eventually became Chili's new boyfriend. Logan said that she would quickly delete the messages between the two on Instagram.
March of 2018, Chili was messaging this guy named Mark on Instagram. Yeah. And she like deleted the messages really quick, and I ended up paying the poor fucker like $1,000 to get the messages because I was like, I want to see it. And she was like flirting with him, and he's like, "No, dude, I promise, like guy code, like dude, like bro, like, I promise." I remember you telling me this. Yeah.
While the part of cheating is mostly unconfirmed, it was also alleged that Chili broke into Logan's home with the help of a locksmith to have sex with multiple men. But Chili said that while Logan was in Hawaii, she was given a key and it didn't work, so she called a locksmith. So take with that what you will. There was another allegation said by Lavelle that she had been cheating on Logan with another guy named Roy Gebhard, someone who'd be mocked in future SML videos.
Guys, why do you think Maria didn't want to go to the dance with me?
Well, probably because she's at the dance with Roy Gethard.
Roy Gethard? Who's Roy Gethard?
Who is Roy Gethard? Jr., he's only the coolest guy in school.
What, I've never heard of him before.
Yeah, rumor has it he's already got a divorce and a kid.
But we're so young though.
Oh, dude, he's lived a full life.
Yeah, his parents own a dog grooming place.
However, according to Chili, all she ever did with Roy was invite him to Super Bowl 54 in February of 2020.
Wait, how'd he get that Super Bowl ticket?
He didn't pay for it, I'll tell you that much.
How'd he get it?
Well, apparently he just spends his time going to Super Bowls with other people's girls that he didn't pay for, which he could because he has a Rolex.
That's so cool.
After Logan strangely asked Chili to bring her mom to the Super Bowl and that Logan would use some of the extra tickets he had and use those instead. And his excuse for that was so he'd be closer to his brother Lance, and he was in the end zone. This already made him look suspicious. A photo was later found with Logan sitting next to an unidentified blonde female, and it wasn't Chili. However, with the Roy Gebhard stuff, Logan confirmed in his own interview that he didn't even know the whole story and that he didn't think they did anything, seemingly contradicting Lavelle's accusation. A few months after the Super Bowl, it was announced through a video on his brother Lance's channel that he was seeing a girl by the name of Adriana Farhado? Farhado, I'm sorry. I don't know how to say that. My apologies. And if you notice in this video, she has sort of darkish blonde hair. And well, let's go back to that Super Bowl picture and... oh. Yeah, you can't confirm without a shadow of a doubt this is definitely this woman. But I personally believe... No, who am I kidding? It's obviously her, especially when you consider when they allegedly started dating. October 13th, 2019, according to a Facebook status update on Adriana's Facebook. Well, now hold on a minute. It appears that in this interview, he says he started dating her on Valentine's Day 2020, a few weeks after he and Chili broke up.
We were friends for like a few months before, and then when me and Chili broke up, then we started dating like Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So yeah, it was like, yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
This meant that Logan had been seeing this person in some way months before he and Chili broke up. Yikes. This was also backed up by a stripper named Monica. She was paid to be in videos and act as Tito's fake girlfriend, and he would tell her about someone going by Willow. By the way, this Adriana or Willow was also a former stripper, who eventually, yes, would be found out as Adriana. Did I also happen to mention that when Lance took over vlogging from Chili, that there was a lot of, let's say, jabs.
Went and I bought new TVs for my house because the one that should not be named stole all my TVs.
Grass is so beautiful. That's what happens when you don't have Siberian Huskies peeing on everything.
Lance wasn't in my life until he came back from the war.
The war between the person who shall not be named.
I wish Chili would have listened to that.
Stop. She should have listened.
I'm gonna put as much effort as I do in this and Chili put in our relationship. Which means I'm not even gonna do anything.
Let me see if I can carry it all by myself.
That was me vlogging every day. When she took everything, I'm surprised she didn't take this.
However, we have some new tweets to look at, and I'm not bringing back that Canadian son of a bitch to read these, so fuck him. Chili Jimenez says, "Is there a problem with me dating Roy and Logan at the same time?" Wait, huh? Okay. So, either Chili is lying about her previous statements, or this was simply just a joke to get back at Logan. I'm going with the latter due to how she responded to the allegations a few months later and how Logan would effectively say he thought they did nothing. There was also allegations that Logan and voice actress Elena had slept together at some point, but again, they're just allegations. We know that for a period of time she was very limited in her appearance in videos, and this also allegedly chalked up to Chili not wanting her there, potentially out of jealousy for one reason or another. We just simply do not know. And oh boy, here comes some pretty fucked up shit. So sometime around November to December of 2019, Logan established on Instagram a quote SML Drama Alert group chat,
Drama Alert Nation,
which consisted of him along with some underage fans. At some point, he would go on to post uncensored pictures of Tito inside a strip club. Wow. Now, if you're unaware, this is technically illegal. It's against federal US law to distribute and send pornography to minors. And most people kind of forgot about this and really wasn't talked about that much back in the day, until the topic was revived again in April of 2023. Now, to play devil's advocate, I don't think he had the intentions of trying to groom minors and like be a full-on pedo, as even someone who was later added to the GC after these photos were published and was told about what happened from members who were there, said that Logan had no intention to try and groom kids. But it's still pretty fucked up he did it anyway, and he never responded to it publicly. It's quite literally a fucking crime. Now, throughout the rest of 2020, he continued dating Willow, or Adriana, and continued to make SML content, until early 2021, when Chili and Adriana would post two very interesting pictures, where they appear to be at Super Bowl 55, meaning they either attended as a group, or somehow Logan was able to sneak away and meet with Chili. Then Adriana leaks a phone call she had with Logan's manager, Wendy, where it's believed Logan cheated on her with Chili, or possibly another woman.
I know you told him that you said he had problems.
Said with you, yes. Here's the thing, it's not a Logan problem. It's a problem whoever's going to be the person in his life problem. It's not a Logan problem. It's honestly not. So you can either deal with it or you cannot deal with it.
Him cheating on me.
No, him having a life, him doing what he wants to do. If he chooses to do that, then fine, but that doesn't, I mean, that's not the point of this conversation.
So it's early 2021. February specifically, and Logan would receive an email or letter in the mail stating that it was a cease and desist from Nintendo, telling Logan to rename all of his YouTube channels to not be affiliated with Nintendo characters, cease use of all Nintendo IPs to promote his style of content, and finally, stop using Nintendo IPs in his content. Now, There is people out there who believe this cease and desist was fake and was potentially sent by a troll. I personally believe this is a fake cease and desist, especially when comparing to real cease and desists from Nintendo. And the fact of the letter reads a bit ridiculously, and the fact of it meant Logan could finally switch to the human characters he had been featuring in his videos, so who knows?
Because the biggest one is the one that says, when the video includes characters, celebrities, or toys that appeal to children. So I use Mario plush dolls in my videos. Do you guys start seeing what I was trying to do?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys see what I was trying to do?
Look at that thing, come on.
Do you guys see what I was trying to do? This is starting to make a lot of sense now, right? You guys are understanding that I can't use Mario characters. So I designed my own so that, you know, that I won't get caught. Well, no, not get caught, but like, so that I won't look like I'm using family-friendly characters, you know?
Yeah, you guys get it now, huh?
Meaning a huge shift in the style of content compared to earlier years. Logan would rename Super Mario Logan to SML Plush Show, but this apparently wasn't enough. So on July 8th, 2021, at about 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Logan would delete his channel he spent over a decade building, with over 9 million subscribers just gone. Then on July 10th, he would upload himself deleting said channel, with him really coming off as not wanting to be associated with the channel due to the content uploaded featuring Nintendo IPs. Even mentioning that re-upload channels will pop up and make a gold mine off his old content. And yep, there's re-upload channels alright. The most popular being ran by SML, I guess I'd describe enthusiast, Dab H Dude, with over 600,000 subscribers on it, featuring from what I've seen is most of SML's old catalog dating back to 2007, preventing it from becoming lost media. Yeah, on the video's page it may be out of order, but some of the playlists really help streamline things, and that's awesome. In late 2021, it was effectively confirmed that Logan and Chili had reconciled and later revealed that they were pregnant with a child they would give birth to on July 7th, 2022. Weirdly enough, almost a year before he deleted his Super Mario Logan channel, which earlier in the year you could even see Logan and Chili's vlogs, with him even one time purchasing Tito a new sports car, while he was still with Adriana.
Okay, so compare this girl to her car. Okay, she ain't that pretty.
No, she's not funny. She's big as hell.
On the inside, she
you know how they say the inside should be beautiful?
You're not like, oh my god, best I ever had.
Now maybe they made up and continued being friends. Side note, in December of 2020, Adriana was arrested by the Escambia County Sheriff's Department for battery and property criminal mischief, which appears to have been against Logan. Now, doesn't that sound like a nice close to the book of trials and tribulations of Logan Thirtyacre? Oh, if it were only that simple. On April 18th, 2023, YouTuber Ray Rants would post a video stating that Logan had once again cheated on Chili, this time with Rachel DeLuca, quote, Pablo's cousin, which was something made up as a joke for the behind the scenes videos. Showing a screenshot Rachel posted to her Instagram story of Logan asking Rachel for tit pics after she received a breast implant. Wow. Rachel then took to Instagram to try and debunk the claims made in order to protect Logan. One of the ways she tried to debunk it was saying that they were dating at the time, and the reason she posted the screenshots was she was drunk. While it's never been stated anywhere that they dated, and if they did, when, the picture leak does show him with a good amount of facial hair, which could have been taken in mid-2021 while he was still with Adriana, not Chili. So, who actually knows the whole truth? Again, these are allegations. All we know is what we heard from Rachel. As Logan's been prone to before, he doesn't respond to allegations of this nature, and it clearly hasn't affected his relationship with Chili as they're still together to this very day. Now, I know I've probably missed quite a bunch of information. I didn't even go in depth with the beef Lavelle had with Tito and Tito's mother, his arguing with fans and critics during the pod during Logan's first breakup with Chili in 2020, and even his really bad promotion of a song where he pretended to be suicidal. Shit.
Now, while I don't have the videos of this that Lavelle posted on Instagram, since Lavelle deleted all of them, Lavelle basically went on and on for a few days about how he was totally going to kill himself, even making a tearful, feel bad for me Instagram stream. And then he said he was going to upload his last song and never talk to anybody again. Turns out it was all to promote his new song!
Or starting stuff with some of Chili's partners or friends, and I could have gone in more in depth with the channel, such as the falling out of Zeke, the voice of Mama Luigi, and even an interview Logan did with YouTuber Dab H Dude, who covered a lot of SML stuff, where he says, quote, if I could go back, I would have never added Jeffy. And final statements as of now. This whole situation is quite fucked up. Stories coming from multiple parties, some without a shred of evidence, so fuck me, I don't know. Maybe they're both bad or both good, sheesh. But maybe if this video does well enough, I'll go more in depth with what I just said for a part 2 Electric Boogaloo. This was quite an interesting topic for me to look back on, mainly since I was a hardcore SML viewer from 2012 to 2018. I effectively spent a good chunk of my childhood into early teenhood watching Super Mario Logan. That is astonishing, and the channel means a lot to me because of the ways it inspired me to make my own content. I personally believe I'll forever be in the debt of the Super Mario Logan channel. And looking at the channel today, even after deleting their original channel, they're up to about 5 million subscribers with an average of 3 million views per video published. Quite impressive to say the least. Anyways, that was a good trip down memory lane, and very huge thanks to StumpedUp for helping research for this video. Couldn't have done it without you.
Hey kids, Ronald McDonald's here, and look, it's my brother, Burger King. What you gotta say, Burger King?
My beard doesn't have the right strap, so I have to hold it with my hands.
That's true.
I've been The Confusing Opinion, giving out the most confusing opinions of all time. Now, take it away, D-Storm, with the Super Mario Logan rap.
SML say Princess Peach. SML say Princess Peach. With a little help from Mario and Luigi, we're gonna step on Bowser, call up Toad, capture flags and collect the gold. If you want YouTube and Nintendo, then that's the Super Mario Logan Show. Let's go. Super Mario Logan Show. Super Mario Logan Show. Super Mario Logan Show. Super Mario Logan Show. Let's go.